Guys, the bot builder back. I'm still trying to recover after last episode. Oh, after these fiendish competitors battered our house robots. Poor Virus and Rhino were bullied and flipped out by Apollo. It's unfair. Unfair, I say. But today the house robots will be getting their revenge, I'm sure of it. Well, unfortunately we can't have another house robot rebellion as the main event, as today is all about the All-Stars Grand Final. You know what? I'll be back in a bit with the fight cards. I just need to calm down a bit. Okay, so I have calmed down a little bit. I've gotten over the house robot's defeat somewhat. But we need to keep a straight face, as this is episode 6. And the main event is the All-Stars Grand Final, as the fiery front-inch flipper Firestorm 6 will take on Spectre. That should be one awesome main event. But that isn't the only final we have this episode, as we'll also be crowning the US champions in this episode as well. Who will become the American Beauty? Will it be Gigabyte or Whiplash? We will also find a Tag Team Terror champion in our Tag Team Terror Grand Final. Will the Tag Team champions hold on to their title, or will Team Talk blow them away? We will also answer the debate as to which weapon type is the best in our War of the Weapons final. Who will win? Will it be Rapid representing the flippers, Cobalt representing the spinners, Accident representing the axes, or Spectre representing the crushers? But our first fight is a fight which has no tournament at stake. We won't be crowning a champion in this Mayhem. Instead, we'll just be finding the final spot in our Annihilator, which is going to be next week. So who will it be in our final Mayhem? Who will come on top? Will it be P1, Behemoth, or Scorpion 3? Let's get to the arena to find out. So here's our first fight of the episode, our final Mayhem. Yes, we already have 5 machines in the Annihilator: Duck 2.0, Stinger, Death Roll, Liftoff, and Lucky. But there's just one spot left, so who will it go to? Or will it go to P1, this Formula 1 car themed front inch flipper? They look very strong. They are new to the arena, so could do well here. They look pretty strong anyway. We also see the return of Behemoth. We saw them last episode in the Battle of Britain, where they got flipped out the arena by Nexus. Hoping to do a bit better here, though, with their lifting scoop and axe. We saw them in Series 1. Did okay. They got to the 10 Robot Rumble, at least, before being eliminated by, I believe it was Dan Tom Kia, I think. And we have another Series 1 veteran in Scorpion 3. Now, you may remember King Scorpion from Series 1. They were a really good robot. But Scorpion 3 is much better, they say, with a much more powerful, with a brand new spinner and self-righting arm. And it's a lot more durable too. So, hopefully Scorpion can put the sting in some of these competitors' tails. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, he's back after losing his head and being a total embarrassment. It's the drunk Virus. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Oh, so remember, the winner of this will fill in the final spot in our Mayhem, in our Annihilator, which is going to be next episode. And P1 immediately flipping Behemoth up and over with their frontage flipper. Behemoth coming with a great little flip onto P1. P1 have been flipped up and over. Scorpion 3 now revving up their spinning flywheel. Behemoth flipping up Scorpion 3. Scorpion 3 self-rights though, and now revving up our spinning disc. P1 self-rights though, and getting in underneath Behemoth and flipping them up and over. And Behemoth seems to be in lots of trouble right now at the minute. Behemoth though does self-right, and P1 getting flipped up and over. Scorpion 3 are now revving up that spinning disc and trying to land some good hits. They've certainly improved since their Series 1 appearance, haven't they? But Behemoth coming with another good strong flip. P1 self-right, so are now coming in with their frontage flipper in onto Behemoth. And they are trying to flip them over and out. They do have a decent little frontage flipper on them. There we go, punting Behemoth across the arena. But Behemoth seems to be a little bit too occupied with Scorpion 3 right now at the minute. And P1 getting flipped up and over. And Scorpion 3 now revving up that spinning disc, but now landing on top of P1. And they've been flipped up and over, but now Behemoth coming in into the back of P1, flipping them up. And P1 seems to be in trouble at the minute. Behemoth lifting P1 up, and P1 getting flipped up and over. Scorpion 3 now revving up that spinning flywheel. They do have a lot of power behind it. P1 are upended, and Behemoth coming in with a good flip right there and onto Scorpion 3. Scorpion 3 are in trouble, and they are upended, and P1 are now coming in with a good flip right here and onto Behemoth, and Behemoth very nearly going out the arena just then. But Scorpion 3, you see what's happened is that Scorpion Tail Self-Righter is on the other side of the arena, meaning that they can't self-right. And that leaves them vulnerable to Virus. Meanwhile, Behemoth taking care of P1, lifting them up and over. And P1 are very nearly close to the arena sidewall. And Behemoth flips them out the arena. Meanwhile, Scorpion 3, they are in a bit of trouble right now. I think Behemoth's going to deliver the coup de grace, sending them out the arena. And that's what I call a sting in the tail. Cease. Oh, a very impressive performance by Behemoth. They fill in the final spot in our Annihilator, which we'll be having next episode. Should be interesting to see how they will do in that. So yeah, well on to Behemoth. They go through. Oh, and our next fight, we are going to be crowning our first champion. It is the War of the Weapons final. Yes, flippers, spinners, axes and crushers. And all these machines have done very well to get this far. First of all, we have Rapid, who qualified from the Flipper Frenzy. Very impressive in that. They flipped out Diet Or and beat Rapid on a close judge's decision. Some would say that decision was quite controversial, but Rapid are hoping to win the War of the Weapons, especially after their early defeat in the All-Stars. They're hoping to win it to rectify it. Another robot who had an early defeat in the All-Stars, who are here in the War of the Weapons final, is Cobalt. They won the Spin City Rumble after taking out, after slamming PP3D out the arena and causing some good damage in onto Aftershock. They are a very powerful spinner, so could it be Spin to win? We'll also see Accident armed with the axe, winners of the axe attack. They did beat, Terahertz were favoured to win the axe attack, but their axe flew off, and Accident did cause some good damage in onto Fort, as well as getting some decent hits onto Terahertz and Tomahawk. So, Accident, the rank outsider perhaps, but you never know. And we have the winner of the Crusher Crunch-Up, Spectre, beat Razor on a close judge's decision, but the damage they caused to It Takes Two to Tango was what swung it for them, puncturing so many holes into them. They turned It Takes Two to Tango into, Swiss cheese. And overseeing the War of the Weapons final, she might not have all the weapon types, but she does have two. It's Matilda, with her flipping tusks and rear spinning flywheel. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So Cobalt immediately revving up that spinning disc, and Accident are trying to come in onto Cobalt, trying to bring down the axe, but the spinner is revving up, and in comes Rapid with a great flip right there and onto Spectre. Now Spectre, they don't want to sustain too much damage, as they are going to be in the All-Stars finals later on this episode. And Cobalt are now trying to cause some good damage with the spinner in onto Accident. Accident trying to bring down the axe, but Cobalt are retaliating back and are now going to go after Spectre, and Spectre seem to be in trouble. They are stuck in the arena sidewall right now. Spectre self-rise and now trying to bring down the Crusher in onto Rapid. The Series 1 champions, Rapid, they probably have to be the favourites for this. Accident are in trouble, being knocked away by the spinner of Cobalt, and Cobalt slamming them into the arena wall. Meanwhile, Spectre are now bringing down the crushing arm in onto Rapid. Cobalt revving up the spinning disc and now trying to hit Spectre away. Spectre are now crushing in onto Rapid. But Spectre, oh look at that, they've slammed Spectre clean out the arena, and now Accident trying to bring down the axe in onto Rapid. Rapid, they are the Series 1 champions, but they've been knocked away by Cobalt. Accident's tough armour has held up pretty well at the minute. held up pretty well in a minute to the spinning disc of Cobalt. Rapid, meanwhile, now getting right in underneath Spectre, getting right underneath Accident and flipping them clean up and over. But they are going to need to avoid the spinning disc of Cobalt, who slams them out the arena. And I think they're hoping to do the same to Accident. Accident does get back up and over. Does get back up and over. Oh! What has happened here? A massive collision has knocked both machines over. Accident, they're still trying to swing the axe, but I think they're both knocked out. It looks to be a double elimination. Neither machines Accident knocked on their side, and Cobalt can't herself right. Matilda are going after Accident. Oh, and now Matilda is smashing up poor Accident right now. I think she's going to deal with Cobalt as well. Cobalt getting flipped away. Cobalt are out the arena, and Accident being chewed up. Oh god, how are they going to judge this? Suits. A double KO. The second double KO in Robot Wars Omega history. The first one was Sucker Punch versus Mach 5. But we do have another in Cobalt versus Accident. Double elimination, but the judges have made a decision and they decided to judge what happened in that fight. They decided to judge the outcome of the fight up until the point where both machines were immobilized. And the judges have made their decision. And the winner of the War of the Weapons for the spinners is Cobalt! Yes, Cobalt, well done to them! Commiserations to Accident, but they get a silver medal. That is way better than I thought they would do. They managed to outlast both Spectre and Rapid in that fight, so they have to be pleased with that, but they got to be disappointed with coming second. But Cobalt are the War of the Weapons winner. Well done to them, and well done to Team Carbide. Oh, so we've just crowned our first champion, the War of the Weapons champion. But we're going to crown another in our Tag Team Terror Grand Final. Yes, Toxic Crusader and Corrosive, the Toxic Twins, the Tag Team Terror champions, because they did win the Tag Team Terror in an off-air series of Robot Wars Omega. They did very well to get this far. They beat the live show poster boys of Apollo and Ripper in the first round. Very impressively, after Toxic Crusader flipped Apollo out the arena. That's how they got this far. Whereas Team Talk, Tornado and Storm 2 took out Team Animal Kingdom, which was comprised of Plan B and Hammerhead. They won on a very close judge's decision, but they won via more aggression and more control overall. So it should be a very interesting Tag Team Terror Grand Final. Will the Tag Team Terror champions defend their title, or will we have a new Tag Team champion? Let's find out. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So the Toxic Twins of Corrosive and Toxic Crusader, they've won the tag team before, Tornado and Storm 2. This is their first tag team tournament, I believe. But so it would be great to see if they would win their first tag team tournament. And now Tornado have got him in a great slam right there onto Corrosive. Corrosive have been slammed out the arena. What a great shot from Tornado. And Corrosive have been slammed out the arena. Toxic Crusader trying to come back with some very good flips, but Tornado are coming in and slamming them into the arena wall with their spinning disc and causing some good damage right here. At the minute, Toxic Crusader in underneath Tornado. Tornado getting flipped back, and Toxic Crusader, it seems that these Tag Team Terror champions are on the ropes. Tornado tagging in onto Storm 2. They feel that maybe the wedge might be what it needs to take down Toxic Crusader, while Storm 2 very nearly getting Toxic Crusader out, and they've pushed them out the arena. What a victory. What a quick victory it was as well. And both machines, they're bored. They're going after each other now. I think Storm 2 have won the pushing fight. Cease. But, both machines, that was a very quick final, and they seemingly got bored right at the end. But a very impressive victory by Team Talk and the pushers of Storm 2 and Tornado. both getting an elimination on Corrosive and Toxic Crusader respectively. And they are our new Tag Team Terror champions. Well done to them. We'll see if they can defend their title in Maximum Overdrive 2. Oh boy, what a quick championship match that was. Storm 2 and Tornado blows the Toxic Twins away to win the Tag Team Terror. But now it's time for our US Championship Grand Final. Throughout the series we've been having the US Championships, but the tournament will finally come to an end. The first robot is Megabyte. I wrongly called him Gigabyte at the start. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Megabyte. In the first round eliminator, they destroyed poor Kraken. Quite convincingly as well, but in the second round, they did struggle a bit against Bronco. Bronco did get in several good strong flips, but damage sustained to the flipper gave Megabyte the victory. Whiplash, on the other hand, has had a more interesting run, having two very close judges' decisions. In their first round eliminator, they fought the US champions Bite Force, beating them on an incredibly close judges' decision before taking on Sewer Snake, which led to another close judges' decision. They did have some issues, but they were still able to lift them and get them with the spinner, which was enough to give them the victory. They said that they fixed these issues for the fight against Spectre, and might remind you, whoever wins this fight will be seeded number 10 for Series 2. So it's all important as there is a seed at stake and an automatic qualification as well. And in the Core Patrol Zone for the CPZs, the Bruisers of the War Zone, Growler and Rhino will oversee this US Championship final. Oh boy, I can't wait. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So, Megabyte already revving up the spinner, but immediately Whiplash coming in with a good push right there. In onto Megabyte, and I'm trying to rev up the spinning disc, and now trying to lift Megabyte up with the lifting arm, and now revving up the spinner once again and trying to knock Megabyte away. Megabyte though retaliating back with then vicious full-bodied spinner and hitting Whiplash away. That was a very good strong hit. Whiplash revving up that spinning flywheel though and slamming Megabyte to the arena wall and now lifting them up. That was a very good lift right there, and Whiplash are now trying to lift Megabyte up, and they've got them caught. Megabyte does get away though, and now, oh, a massive hit right there. In onto the front of Whiplash. Whiplash certainly taking a Megabyte from Megabyte. Megabyte now revving up that spinner, and now being pushed into Rhino's CPZs, and Rhino are now slamming them. Oh no, what has happened here? Look at Megabyte. Megabyte. Oh, Rhino's done more telling damage than it seems. And Megabyte has completely lost their shell. Oh, and now Whiplash are coming in. Well, that's all fair. If a house robot straight up eliminates the machine, it isn't fair, but you stray close to the CPZs, and if you use your weapon due to a house robot attack, that is fair game, and Whiplash now just have to finish off the body. And they have done. And we have a new US champion just like that. It was more luck than judgment, really. But it was a very impressive victory. And they're now flipped over. And shellless Megabyte are done for. And in comes Growler to come in for the tune and the nibble down. Oh, and they spit their breakfast. Well, not breakfast. They spit their dinner right out and at the camera. And Whiplash getting a little bit. Oh, they flipped Growler out the arena. Oh, you cheeky robot. I think their US Championship has gotten to their head or something. Go on, Rhino, teach him a lesson. You may be the US Champion now, but the house robots will still remain supreme. Cease. Oh, that is such a shame for Megabyte, though. They did so well to get this far, and for them to end in what was essentially a driving error, being slammed so hard that their shell came off. So unfortunate. But Whiplash, a win is a win, and they are the US champion. But now we are here with our main event. Now, although the US Championship was a pretty big tournament throughout Maximum Overdrive, the biggest tournament of them all was easily the All-Stars, with the 8 best machines duking it out. But after 5 weeks, we are now left with 2 robots as the final machines in the All-Stars. The first of them was Firestorm 6. In their first round, they had a tough draw against Donald Thump. And with their new Shriemek, Donald Thump did prove to be a difficult opponent, but Firestorm did flip them, and their disc bounced themselves over the Perspex wall. Using the force of the spinner against them just shows how great of a driver Alex Mordew is. And in their second round, they had a good flipper fight with Apollo, but Apollo took a wrong turn, got too near to the arena wall, and Firestorm capitalised, flipping them clean out the arena. They've got 2 out the arena flips. Can they get one more? On Spectre, the fellow grand finalist, armed with that deadly crusher with those 2 vicious fangs. We did just see them in the War of the Weapons grand final. Didn't go too well for them. They got smashed out the arena by Cobalt, but they say they fixed it and they're in 100% shape for this fight. In the first round, they took out Dantom Kia in a good judge's decision. Dantom Kia did get in some good flips, but it wasn't enough to get the victory before taking out Eruption in a very impressive driving match in the semi-finals. And they did get revenge on Eruption. I thought Eruption would beat them again, but damage sustained to Eruption gave Spectre the victory. Oh boy, this is going to be one awesome All-Stars final. And honestly, these 2 machines really are All-Stars. And in the Corn Patrol Zone for the CPZs, we have the Purple Tyson and the Drunk Idiot, Matilda and Virus. Oh boy, let the All-Stars Grand Final begin. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. No. Activate. So, who is going to win the All-Stars? Well, Spectre have immediately got in a good crush right here and onto Firestorm. Firestorm trying to use the flipper to flip the crusher of Spectre away, but now they're right underneath Spectre and flipping them up and over. And Spectre are in lots of trouble right now at the minute, and Firestorm have flipped Spectre clean up and over. Spectre self-right and Firestorm flipping Spectre up and over. And already Spectre are in tons of trouble right now at the minute. And Virus now coming in with a good little grab right there. Spectre does get away, and now getting in underneath Firestorm once again. And are they going to go for Matilda? Oh, Firestorm getting right underneath Matilda. Alex Mordew, you don't take on the house robots just yet. You still got Spectre to worry about, the King of Bot Series 1 champions. And a great flip right there from Firestorm in onto Spectre, but Spectre are trying to come back and bring down the crushing arm. Spectre have already taken down 2 pretty strong flippers in Dantom Kia and Eruption to get thus far. Can they add Firestorm to the list? Well, Firestorm trying to use the flipper to break free from Spectre's clutch. And getting right underneath Spectre once again. Spectre getting flipped up and over, but they do self-right. Firestorm trying to activate the flipper once again, and so far, this is a very close battle right now. Firestorm flipping Spectre up and over. Spectre almost getting flipped up against the arena sidewall, and now Spectre are grabbing Firestorm and now pushing him into the arena wall. A very good push right there from Spectre. Firestorm now activating the flipper to try and push him away, but maybe that was a mistake, as they leave their electronics exposed to a good little nibble right there from Spectre. And Spectre are now trying to push Firestorm back. And Firestorm are in trouble right now, and Spectre could be looking set to win the All-Stars with their great driving skill right here. And they certainly have shown good driving skill. They've now trying to chew down and onto Firestorm yet again. But Firestorm flipping Spectre up and over. But Spectre still getting the low wedge right in underneath Firestorm. This is a very good All-Stars battle and the final, and certainly fitting for such a great tournament. Firestorm's flipper getting a little bit caught up in Spectre just then, but Spectre just break out of it. But Firestorm getting right underneath Spectre, and Spectre have been flipped up and over, and Virus are now lifting Spectre up, and Spectre are in trouble. And Virus showing them to the crowd about Firestorm. And now trying to flip. And now trying to flip Virus up and over. Matilda getting in there, telling Firestorm to knock it off. They're getting in there, telling Firestorm to maybe knock it off a bit. The Spectre being dropped down by Virus. And Spectre are now trying to push back in onto Firestorm. And honestly, I feel this fight is going to go to the judge's decision. Oh, really? No, it won't! Cease. No, it won't! No judge's decision needed! 2 seconds left on the clock! And a Firestorm came in at the side and flipped Spectre out the arena. What an elimination! What a performance! What a victory for Firestorm! And I can't stress this enough, there was 2 seconds left before it going to a judge's decision. And honestly, if it went to the judges, I probably reckon Spectre would have won. Probably some parallel universe where Firestorm were 1 second off just for getting them out the arena. Meaning Spectre would be crowned All-Stars champion, but no. Firestorm are the machine who are going to be crowned All-Stars champion by getting in with that front hinge flipper, sending Spectre out, and what an impressive victory it was. Oh, I'm out of breath. I could use a very good rest right now. But I've been the bot builder. Congratulations to Firestorm, our new All-Stars champion. And we'll see you again next time for the Annihilator. But until then, the bot builder, out.